Hello, everybody. My name is Cam. That was very lyrical of me, of an intro. But anyway, I started VTubing not too long ago, but I've been like an on again, off again content creator for the past like 15 years or something. And I guess I just wanted to share some thoughts about my experience so far. And one thing in particular that's been on my mind for a while. Watching people in this hobby online, you see a lot of folks debut and start really strong, only to quickly get disillusioned and stop soon after. And I think a lot of that comes down to unrealistic expectations. Anyone who starts this hobby these days is going to be thinking about how it could develop into a career down the line. But I think that VTubing is particularly vulnerable to feelings of early disappointment. It's because with this hobby in particular, a lot of time and energy and often money goes into planning and developing these characters before you even go live for the first time. You know, it's easy for a lot of people to say, oh no, it's well easy, innit? You just download a model off the internet, and as long as they've got big jiggly booby lights, then you're going to get 1 million subscribers. Well easy, mate. It's no effort at all. But the truth is, it's really easy to get invested in these characters, and it almost becomes like a secondary source of anxiety when you feel like you have to do right by them as well as yourself and your potential viewership. So all that front-loaded effort and additional pressure can lead to feeling like, even more than usual, like you've got to see results immediately in order to justify it all. So is it any wonder that people quickly get frustrated when they don't see that, or they come across unforeseen problems? Like in my case, when I first tried out VTubing, it was with this guy. This is Fathom. He's one of my OCs. I'm really attached to him, and I thought he would be great and a lot of fun to VTube as. So I put a bunch of effort into like planning out what his lore was and meticulously thinking about how that was going to be revealed over the course of time. I did like a whole debut thing. And yeah, I even picked up learning new editing software so that I could start posting clips on places like this. One thing that I forgot to mention while I was recording is I wasn't prepared for how uncomfortable I would be playing a character on stream. It just felt really strange to me. I like being, or at least I like to think that I enjoy being pretty transparent. So having to address people in character, like people that I know from previous projects or whatever, or just my friends from real life, I didn't really know how to handle that, and that stressed me out. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that piece of music that I was just on in the background. I made that. I learned how to use FL Studio. I did a music course, and I made that for Fathom. It's just crazy to me, like the ridiculous stuff that you do when you're excited about something. But just like I was describing then, I got frustrated with how slowly things seemed to be moving on compared to the amount of effort that I'd put in. And I found myself trying to justify it by getting into like real grind set kind of behaviors. Like I remember in particular, I was sitting in one person's stream thinking to myself, nothing on them, but I didn't care. I didn't care about them or what they were up to. I was literally just there for the sake of being seen there. And that's not fair on anybody. It's not fair on them, it's not fair on me, and it was just making me unhappy. So when my PC exploded and I lost a bunch of the assets, I didn't really have any inclination to go back to it. The point of all this is it's so easy to get wrapped up in the idea of how good something is going to be when it's done that we often forget how good it is right now. Like just the act of doing the thing has so much value. You're learning stuff, you're developing new skills, you're having fun. That all means something right now. So if you find yourself getting wound up like I did, just think about taking a step back, where you started and why you started doing this in the first place, and consider where you are now compared to then and what you've achieved. The stuff that you'll find there has real value, as opposed to something that might happen in the future. When I did eventually decide to pick up VTubing again, that was the mindset that I really wanted to stick to. And, you know I don't have a lot to show for it. I'm still really small. I'm using like basically a default Vroid avatar, but I'm still really proud of the things that I've managed to achieve in quite a short period of time. And you know what? You should be as well. I can't point. You should be as well. All right, I'm done. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Don't expect to see stuff like this very often. I don't have a whole lot of time for editing and things. But if you stick around my streams long enough, I'm bound to say something vaguely poignant.